Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 50 Chew review. Yes, 50 already, 50 and under their year. And surprisingly, there are quite a number of chewing tobaccos still to do. And that's without going overseas. So this is 50. Now, this is the plain version of Amish. The number 6 review on this playlist is the Amish Honey Cured, which was pretty darn plain itself. So to be plainer than that, I'm sure it will be, but I mean, one's got to stretch one's imagination to even. This is basically going to be plain Jane straight leaf tobacco. All right. So there will be shout outs at the end of this video, by the way. And I may touch on a couple other subjects. I'm not quite sure yet, but let's get on with this. So you have a 1 3/4 net weight ounce bag. All right. It is a fairly dry product. So even though it's 1.25 ounces less than a bag of Red Man, really there may be very well almost as much leaf in the bag. And it's good that it's dry because, as you can see, it is in a clear Ziploc bag. This is a small company. It is made by the Domestic Tobacco Company of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. All right. It is 100% domestic tobacco. If you can see in there, it is good to check these packages if you run into one. All right. The product is fairly dry, which is good, as I was saying, because it's in a clear package. The reason I say that is you get moisture, a biological product like a leaf of a plant that's moist in a clear package and introduce it to sunlight, then you got stuff going on like mold. I have gotten a package of this before that looked a little funky. What it displays as is sort of a, it looks like it's powdered white. If you see something that looks like it's powdered white, do not, I repeat, do not put it in your mouth. That is my bit of wisdom for the evening to you. So, 1 3/4 ounces, 100% domestic. Pretty no-frill packaging, but you know, it's a small company. I'm going to open it up. Now, back in the day, I could have sworn that these had like a perforation pull-off, but the last one I did, the Good Bite, and now this, do not. This, by the way, was sent to me by Bergs from Bergs Dip Review, so Bergs, thank you. He is to thank for this review. So I'm going to get the scissors and I'm going to cut this off. And we'll dispense with the scissors there, and I will try. When you look at the packaging, there is a heat seal you can see. So you want to cut between it and the actual Ziploc. Unfortunately, it puts the cut that you make very close to the Ziploc, and then you cannot separate the two flaps to get to the Ziploc. However, with these bags, because they are sort of deep, you just do that. So, it's extremely plain smelling. It smells like leaf tobacco. Like if I found somebody that was growing a tobacco plant ripped off some leaves, and then hung them in my shed until they were dry. That's what this or that would smell like, depending which way you want to look at it. That is what you're looking at. Let me get some light on this. There are some longer pieces, and it is whole leaf, which is sort of cool. I mean, that's, you got a whole leaf there. In fact, there's even the center stem of the leaf going down the middle there. Now, this is a very old school product. So the leaf is supple. It's not, I mean, it's not tacky, or it's definitely not wet, but it's not even tacky to the touch. But I mean, it's not like it flaps around. The product is in good condition. All right. It's just, it's a very old school product. And this will play well in Lancaster County because that's where the Pennsylvania Dutch majority of that population is, in Lancaster County. And that population also has a history where it is allowed to chew tobacco. And it is quite popular, and it is something that they do, especially the older generations, but even the younger generations. You got to keep in mind, you are talking about a grouping of people, a society that everything is handed down. It's sort of, I mean, they're surrounded by modern civilization and all the appalling things that come with it. But if you get to a point in Lancaster County where you can shut that out and get away from a major road and traffic and all that, it's like going back in time. I mean, if you can get out of sight of a major road in Lancaster County on an Amish farm, it might as well be 1850. And since their majority population, now there are different sects, that there is a newer sect that is actually more conservative, and they do not allow tobacco at all. But the majority population of Pennsylvania Dutch, the Amish, tobacco chewing is it is allowed, and it is quite common. So that is the reasoning, a lot of the reasoning behind this product. It also is the reason for this product because they grow a lot of tobacco. And that tobacco, I am guessing, is probably being 100% used in this product. So I'm going to throw some in here. It's going to be very, very just plain tobacco leaf. With any luck, it won't be bitter, but if it is, you know, it is what it is type deal. I will be back in a moment. And I am back. Okay, so it's as I expected. It's just plain air-cured tobacco. It's not even fire-cured. It's just plain. It's not as bitter as the Good Bite was. They may have used a different kind of tobacco, a mellower leaf, maybe a burley or something. But it's about as plain as it comes, and it's definitely by no means any stretch of the imagination sweet at all. This is not going to be for 99% of the people watching this. Maybe 99.9% of the people watching this. This is not going to be, and you're not going to be able to find it. This is going to be fairly localized to Pennsylvania, and I'm guessing parts of Maryland. It's not for me. At the same time, though, I can appreciate it for what they're trying to do and what it is. Now, as I said, the packaging's really, I mean, they got a barcode over here, but I mean, it's about as no frills as you can possibly get. This is sort of another company like this, and the only other one I know that uses in Chew 100% domestic in some of their products is the RCO and Company of, I guess that is in Tennessee. I haven't done an RCO in for a while. It's right there on the Tennessee-Kentucky border. But this is sort of like the idea of that company. This company may actually be smaller than RCO. What I do like about it, you can bite down on this stuff. It's pretty firm in the mouth. It's completely comfortable. There's no poking or anything like that. But it's really firm, and you can actually chew on this. Now, usually with chew, I just park it inside. Sometimes I sort of need it with my teeth, but usually it's just, it's just parked. This stuff, if you actively chew, this stuff you can do that too, and it's not going to fall apart. It also has some, I don't even want to call them secondary stems. Leaf veins, if you get what I'm saying, which I like. There are certain brands that have them where when you bite down, they sort of pop. That's the best I can describe. There's sort of a popping sensation. This has it. It's a little peculiar thing that I like in chew. A lot of chew does not have that. The chews I prefer usually don't have that. You will get it sometimes I've noticed it in Red Man Original and sometimes in Golden Blend, but not all the time. So, it takes a little while to work up, all right? It is a very plain, leaning bitter taste, not sweet at all. Not that the honey-cured version that I did months and months ago, not that was really sweet either, but the honey did change the smell off the bag, and it took the bitter edge off the product. There's a little bitterness here. You get it usually when you bite down. Nothing out of control. I just think in general this is just going to be much too plain for people. They're not. There's no salt content and there's no sweetness. And dippers, you're usually leaning one way or another, or for some, mouth sensation. There's not really a sensation with this stuff in the mouth, nor is there really with any chew. Some get a little zingy on the tongue. This is one of them. You will get where your tongue meets your molars at the back. You get sort of a little zingy sensation, but I mean, the nicotine is going to be real low on this. All right. It may even be lower than the already low levels of popular chews. All right. So if you're looking for a nicotine kick, this is not it. Nor is any chew really. But if you want an old school product and see what it's like or what it used to be like, then this company along with the RCO and Company is what you're looking for. I can appreciate it for that. I can appreciate the quality of them. The product is quality. I don't particularly care for it, but that's, my personal preference and tastes. It's a quality product considering it's coming from a company that's the size of this company. The leaf is in excellent condition, and in the mouth, it feels great. It's firm. It's not anything poking. It's staying together. It's not breaking apart. It's a quality product, especially coming from a company that's so small. It's almost amazing in that respect. But flavor-wise, I don't see people actually digging this outside of, the novelty of it, I suppose. But again, I can appreciate it for what it is and where it comes from and what they're attempting to do and why they're doing it. So this has been the review of Amish chewing tobacco plain in the 1 3/4 net weight ounce bag from Domestic Tobacco Company of Lancaster, PA. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and now I am going to do shoutouts before I get behind on them again. So, Kev E. Hello, and thank you. You just came in a little while ago. Cody Dugan. 620 Nick. Nick Miller. Chris Muser. Hope I got that right, Chris. Aaron Hamilton. Hello, thank you. Raleigh Hamblin. Hello and thank you. Cowboy 1994. Miles Stuckey. I thought you were a subscriber already, Miles. I've seen you comment and make comments in the past. I figured you were already in there, unless you accidentally unsubscribed and resubscribed. But thank you for the comments and thank you for the subscription. Petro with 2 T's. Hello and thank you. And Ace Booth. This stuff, after a while, it takes a little while, it does start to juice up. It does start to, you will see me start spitting more if this lasts long enough. Although we're at 17 minutes now, so I'm going to hurry up. There has been a number of people that I've taken notice of in the comments section just when I was scrolling through it earlier that I do not recognize from before. So if you haven't subscribed, if you consider it greatly appreciated, if you have subscribed, I thank you. Teensy Jet 45183 Smithy. That's got to be the longest YouTube name I've ever come across. Impressively long. Anyway, Joshua Skelton. Pastor Jim DD. Ancient German Spirituality. And Andrew Conrad. And that's it for now. We are at, I've sort of stalled out. I'm hovering around 924. I'd like to get that up, as I've been saying, but, you know, it'll go up when it goes up. So, I do hope everyone is well. I will be back with a top 5 in 48 hours. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.